Hello everyone, how you going? Okay, so today we are going to be making basically a farmhouse, as well as putting the roof on our villager place. And I believe that's it. I believe that covers pretty much everything that we are intending to do. Maybe we might get into maybe putting in some pathing and some other things. But hey, nice to see everyone. How you going? How you going? So, for this roof, we'll be mirroring that roof over there with some black stone. That. Yo! How you doing? I'm glad to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. So, we will be doing over there first and putting in a roof. Do we have any polished blackstone? Oh, I'll take you on a tour. I don't think you've been here in a while. We have some nice trading villages. Got everyone poshed up. Looking fancy. And with some bookshelves and things like that. And then when we go up, we have more poshness on both sides. We got some bookshelves and book nooks and things like that. Some pictures. Always need pictures. And some seating arrangements. And Jones has his own cat bed. Looking cute. Aren't you the cutest, Jones? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And some statues. And all of this. Looking the snazziest. And then, okay, there we go. Pop down here. Have a snooze. Because, unfortunately, it's turned out that the... What's it called? This thing, the mob gate, it's not 100% effective. No, it is not 100% effective. Sometimes the mobs push each other over and it just ends up a bit awkward. And then zombies end up inside. And then we have the potions lab, which does not have a back end because we kind of want to be putting extension going that way and that way, so this is a later thing. Oh, I did not read that. Oh. Why is Stream Elements still running? You're not supposed to be running. Later thing. Boom. That's a later thing. There you go. This is a potion shop. Potions shop. Plus mushroom invasion. I forgot they'd spread. And then, this is what we're working on today. What we need is some raw endstone, which is going to be the base block for this build. And here is going to be the door. Oh, wait, no. We were doing the roof first. So we need a whole bunch of polished blackstone, and we're going to pop up there. Boop. Do we have any... Nope. In here? No? Okay. We need to find the ladders. Yeah. Because I know they're around here. We just need to find them. I think they're in this one. Yes! First time lucky. Okay. I figure if we just pop up here. Bingo. Is this it? It should be about right. Perfect. It would be even better if we remembered to actually cut it into slabs first. So, go and do that. Although the only thing is, we don't want our fellow over there to become We had the grindstone in our hotbar the entire time. That was a genius maneuver on all parts. Okay. Oop. Hell yeah. Did we make it? Ha ha. Perfect. Okay, so I'm thinking that this will actually be it's not a pitched roof because that's a pitched roof. Although a pitched roof really is in theming. Generally, when you come to towers like this, they tend to be in points. So if we line these up, so this one's on evens and this one's on odds. We got 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 1, 2. And then that's down, so then 1, 2, 1, 2. And then that'll hang off. And I think that's that side. And then we'll have this side being... So we'll probably be able to push it out. Okay. Because if it's... Will it probably have it hanging off here? If we just push it out like so... Because if we get just one side of it done, then we'll be able to figure out the entirety of it. And then... 1, 2... Up! 1, 2... And then... and then there... That gives us the entirety of the roof. Then we'll be able to fill it in and everything will be fine. Perfect. And then this comes along like this. And because it's a whole square roof, we can just like copy it around and everything will be fine. And we won't have to worry about the fact that this is a weird shape, half angles everywhere type situation. And not only that, but with it being the way that it's shaped, no one will ever know. And it's fine. It's absolutely fine. And that there and that there. Perfect. 1, 2, 1, 2. Do that should be a roof there. Because part of the fact that this entire area's roofs are supposed to be very flat and making it give the idea that this entire area is very dry. And that's part of why the roofs are this shape and having that very flat and very unangled look to them. And it's stuff like that that helps tie an area's identity together. Just the same as using a color palette. Oops. that goes too far. We just knock those off. There we go. And bring them up. Perfect. Just like you'd get fairy forests having all sorts of curved stuff or anything like that. It's the same kind of thing. And we can actually go ahead and connect these all the way across. And you can also take it like steps further and being like, yeah, I want swirly shapes. I want curly shapes. I want all sorts of stuff like that. And those can become backbones of your design features. Features. Features is a good word. Because basically, it's about having a cohesive identity in your work. And when we look back, you can see how that is almost immediately starting to mirror the other building. Although it really, really does need something just to start edging it, because it kind of looks out of balance. Grab a whole bunch more of that. Slap that through the grinder. And get that copper, which we happen to have a whole bunch of. So it's good. It's good times. There we go. Can we just pop up here? Can we pop up there? Aha! Double perfect. And like, stuff like that is something that you can really do. Like, you can put in gargoyles and things like that to just make things pop and tie together. And I have messed up somewhere because why is this 3 blocks wide and that not? Because it's 3 blocks wide here. Okay. If we just knock out this and add this here. There we did that wrong. Okay, we knock that out. We add that. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Like, I kind of think that having the ability to make really cool ceilings and stuff like that is an essential part of Minecraft experience. There we go. Perfect. We have a flat roof ceiling. And then jump down here. Because, like, you look at stuff like that and you're like, oh my goodness, I'm in a box. And then you put walls on it or stuff like that and I want your backpack. Hey, look, how you doing? We're busy starting off by putting the roof on the villager breeder, and then we are going to get down to making a farming house. Oh, it's good to see that you're doing good. I'm thinking that we put an extra layer out, and then we go ahead and we get the green layer on, because then it should look like it's in, what's the word? Balance. There we go. The word exists. Because I'm thinking this shouldn't take too long. It should be a one and done situation. Do I plan them? Sort of, semi-sort of. Oh no, never in creative. Like, I might occasionally play in the create builds, like, especially if they're a complicated build, because the create stuff is rather new to me. But stuff like these, the windows and stuff like that, they're all smaller elements that fit together. Because you look at the windows. So the window. Why am I just throwing everything everywhere today? It is obviously a day for throwing things, but like the windows, they're a single element. And you can figure out, oh yeah, I want a window that's 5 blocks wide. And you can also figure out that, oh, I have these sections that are 5 blocks wide. What do you know? I can put sections that are 5 blocks wide and a window that's 5 blocks wide together. And then you're like, okay, I have this window that's 5 blocks wide. And then I have these walls that, wall sections that are 5 blocks wide. Brilliant. I can put these together, and then I have wall sections that are 15 blocks long, and that gives me a room that's 15 by 15, for example. That's great. And from there, you can like decorate the window and be like, oh yeah, I like the wall, I like the whatever. Because I find that it's really hard for me to go and copy a build block by block. Like, I find that really restrictive and tedious. And I know that for some people, copying a build block by block is their way of building, and it is, yes, exactly, like, it is absolutely a way of building that works for some people, and it is a very, very legitimate way of building. Does that copper work? Oh, that copper works. I am here for that copper. And sometimes, like, going ahead and not pre-planning can lead to some problems, especially in the resources department. And that's just the downfall for it. Oh. And for people who plan buildings, from what I understand, or at least from my experience, it can lead to a bit of inflexibility. But then again, it's not my skill set there. So it's like 6 half dozen. Every style has their own wins and losses. Here we go. I think we can call the villager breeder complete. It now matches in with everything else. So, now we have the... What just made that noise? We have the farmhouse. Oh my goodness, fighting the dragon 16 times. Good luck. So I figure for the farmhouse, what we're going to do is we are going to take a whole bunch of spruce wood, which I know we haven't used in many other areas, but what we're going to do is we're going to strip it, and then we're going to use these. It's the support pillars. Oh my goodness, words are just being a pain today. We're going to have to keep an eye on that. And as you can see, it's a bit of a weird shape, but we're going to work with it because I figure we can have fun with weird shapes. And we're going to go ahead and put down our support pillars basically here and here. And these are going to be our entranceway. And then it's going to stretch off this way. And what we'll do is we will not strip it with our fork, we'll strip it with our axe. Then come in like this. So it looks like it's been supported by the stone, and we get this brown shining through. So it's like people have gotten the wood and they're like, yes, we have all this wood. But unfortunately, we're not rich enough to use end stone all the way through. So we're going to use wood. We're going to keep it looking posh as much as possible. But hey, we're not all the rich people. So there. And that's what we're going to be doing for all the pillars in here. Or hopefully. Probably. It's a nice contrast. It should work. And it'll keep in the theme for all the rest of the buildings. And I figure we'll have basically a semi-outdoor area up to about here-ish, where I figure we'll go on a diagonal. And in here, we'll have a floor and have our villagers in here and have everyone be like, yes, this is where we sell things. And in here, we'll have shops. Not shops, hay bales and things. You know, farmery things. Perfect. Oh. So, do we have more? Well, we do have more. Like, I kind of think sometimes that having a whole... Oh, there we go. Having... The word no work. There we go. Having English is a dumb language. There we go. We'll work with that one. I sometimes wonder if the amount of history we're taught in our schools, from both in our own countries and out, is actually a good amount of history, because like I know that for my country we're taught both national and international history, not as a subject, just as a matter of course. It's integrated, and I sometimes wonder if it's enough, because as I grow up, as I get older, it's like there is so much stuff that you're just not taught. And it's like, well, it's great and all that this knowledge is out there, but I do worry about newer generations and them not knowing about this stuff. And I think that having a barrier here and then another one of these poles would be good. So how tall is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, perfect. And the fact that there used to actually be freely available material on, you know, how to actually be a decent person, for lack of a better word. especially after World War II, or how to spot propaganda and things like that. And now that's not there. Granted, when you look at it from a certain point of view, a lot of things is just propaganda. But it can be quite eye-opening to look back and be like, 5, 6. What happened to the world? How has this become our thing? Especially in an age where information is so freely available. It does make you wonder sometimes. There we go. Perfect. And if we go and add one more there, and those will become blocks for the first lot. And we grab some more end stone. Wait, do we have any? I am more disappointed than I wanted to be about that. Okay, so now that we got that, I figure we'll be able to... Hi, Lightning Sage. Yeah, this is our villager's village. In here we have our library trading hall. And it's 3/4 done. We kind of ran out of villagers to have this side decorated. Let's just get this. And then, so we've got a few mods running. Also, we have an archaeological excavation of, funnily enough, a villager house. In the future, we might decide to go and make it look a bit more excavated and old school. But for now, it just sits there. Our villager breeder lives in here. And my personal opinion is I don't like villagers being just lined up in villager halls in a practical manner. I like them looking like they actually exist in the world, and preferably having them run about. But when it comes to actually needing to trade with them, I'll keep them in the bays, just for sanity's sake, because I'm actually really terrible at catching villagers. So what we need is some deep slate bricks. But it's good to see you, and thanks. And from here, I figure if we have some more pillars going up, these will help with the general... what would you call this? Stability of the building? Considering the fact that around here is going to be letting light in and having growing things in here. I'll do it. And we've also got a potion shop over there. And, you know, I should remember to actually bring the... What is it called? The stone cutter and the deep slate box with me. That would make life so much easier. One of those. One of these. And those. And yes, that's what we need. Perfect. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to just plop the roof directly on that once we've got all the pillars involved. And I think that's what we will probably end up doing. Because now we have all our materials with us because we are smart. We are very smart. When we actually manage to rub two brain cells together. Sometimes they don't like to rub together, and sometimes they just like pop and explode, and then there's no more brain cells for the day. It's a terrible event when that happens. It's sad. But hey, that's just how it is. Let's steal a grass block. That has silk touch. Perfect. No one will ever know. We'll fix that later, I swear. And not only that, but the copper farm that was made last time. So I've come to the conclusion that it is actually going to be easier, despite the fact that there is deep dark literally everywhere in this world. Like, there is deep dark under every single one of these mountains. All of them. Everywhere where there is snow, and a lot of the places where there is not snow, there is deep dark. It is actually going to be easier to go hunting for copper. Than using any of the copper farms that I've ended up building. Because, oh my goodness. I ended up just trying to use the copper farm over here. This one. I built a copper farm and I tried to use it for like, it must have been like 2-3 hours. I got 7 ingots. That was not cool. It was a looting 3 sword. That hurt my soul. It hurt my soul so bad. Okay. And then I'm thinking that we go with... Wait, what did we do over here? Here we go. Perfect. So, I think we will brave the idea of just regularly running into Sculp and Shriekers and other things just to deal with the fact that we need copper on a regular basis because we're going to be using a lot of it. There's just no other way to deal with that. Okay. So along here, I think we'll just go ahead, and those are the wrong bricks, and connect those up, like so. It's okay that this is open, because that is fine, and that is dandy, and that is what we want. And then this side, we are going to come along, do this, and then we're going to lay the foundation of where this is going to go. It's okay that it is just plain deep slate, because that is the shape that we want. I don't think that's the shape that we were wanting, but hey, it's fine. It's the shape that we're wanting now. And what we're going to do for here is that this is going to be raised up 1 full block over the ground, and we're wanting something light. Let's put that back. And I'm thinking this is going to be a building where we actually use planks. So we should probably go with birch planks because of the fact that it is a farmer's building. And although technically using stone or endstone would be better, like if you're looking at it from a practical standpoint in real world terms, but using the birch kind of gives a lower budget feel. So we use planks. we make it look low budget, which is why we've got the wood in place. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the wood down, but we're going to be... I put the wood in the wrong place. We are going to be avoiding these edge blocks, basically. So that when we put in the... Whoa! When we go and put in the walls, we'll have room so that the walls can go on the outside and we can make it look posher. Ba-ba-ba. There we go. What this basically does is it makes our lives so much easier later on. And we will need to add doors and things like that, because basically this is going to be our indoor area, for lack of a better term, in amongst the shop. And let's actually extend that like this. And this is going to need to be able to protect the villagers that go in here. Because we're going to be able to put our farmers in here along with carrot displays and things like that. And I don't feel like going back to the house. So let's have a crash. Also, so I kind of missed the owl house, and I've been rather interested in starting it. Does anyone have recommendations? Like, what it's about and stuff? Like, kind of... Like, I've seen clips of it recently on YouTube, and I'm like, oh, this looks interesting. I must know more. There we go. Perfect. So what's going to happen around here is we're going to be putting basically I'm kind of thinking a mixture of strip logs, because when you put strip logs and deep slate together, it's a nice combination. And especially if you go with like that. And do we have, yep, we have endstone. Brilliant. Because you can see this combination going together. And endstone is one of the blocks that are very common in the builds, funnily enough. Which is what we want. We want the endstone to be one of the blocks that combines pretty much all of the builds together to make it feel like a big build that is everywhere. We go ahead and we remove that. And that, we do not need it anymore. Perfect. And now we will be able to start making our walls for the outside. Actually, forget the birch. Let's go spruce, because of the fact that we were using it earlier over there. 5, 6. 2, 3, 5, 6. By actually going ahead and putting these at ish amounts and keeping it at about 6. It should be 6. We'll put ourselves up there after this. 6. Gosh, we've got this purling down pat. Okay, so what this is doing is we'll be able to strip these afterwards, and it should look pretty good. 4, 5, 6. Perfect. And then probably here. 2, 3, 4. We're out. We're out of materials. This is so sad. Oh. Lovely. And so, I'm thinking what we'll do is we'll go like this. Forgetting actually doing anything else. We'll just do it on the outside. And that'll create the look without actually causing any problems, and we'll be able to actually go ahead and put a design through here. And I'm thinking we'll do that with some steps. Actually, do we have steps? We have steps. Even better. Like so. And we can put the end stone on the outside. What this does is, by using only a limited amount of space, you actually get a really cool pattern. But here, we might have to think a bit creatively. That's okay, we play Minecraft. Perfect. It's kind of interesting. I've been playing also some of Legends recently, and I'm really, really enjoying it. I didn't think I would. I thought I'd be like, oh yeah, this is fun for the first 10 minutes, and then put it down and never speak of it again. But no, I keep coming back to it. Like, it is as far from Minecraft as Minecraft is from... movie? Although, honestly, yeah, that is probably not the best example, considering the fact that Minecraft apparently has a movie coming. So, who knows there? But it has that real-time strategy element, but you're on the ground and fighting with everyone, and it's just like, oh my goodness! Let me be the cute horse. Except you're not a cute horse. You're the person riding the cute horse. And it's so adorable. And if we want to fix up this bit, we can swap out one of these for a full block, and it won't be any problem, really. Oh. And then... and, like, it manages to strike that balance between complex and complicated. Because when a game's complex without being complicated, I think it usually manages to hit that whole, I'm actually having fun. Because when it's complex, you manage to have the ability to do everything you need it to do. So you're actually allying up with the creepers, which is the weirdest thing I thought I would ever say. Like, creepers, bane of my existence, ready to blow up everything I have ever made. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. And yet, still managing to make me think they are adorable and cute. Although I am surprised that I've gotten this far into the game and not died. I think there's something wrong with that, even though it's on normal difficulty. Like, one would have thought that this person right here, has survival difficulties. would have died at least at some point by now. Please? What were we missing again? Ah, endstone, right. Grab some of that. This was the wrong place to grab the endstone from. Boop, boop. Perfect. So it's just like, I can get behind this. 1, 2. Perfect. Although, that being said, the future is never guaranteed and some things will change. Some things can also always change. And who knows? Maybe the next level or the next difficulty layer of the game will just hit that awkwardly balanced teenage stage of the game and you're like, and I end up going, oh my goodness, why is this like this? This is so unrealistic and unrewarding. Can we please just take this away? I don't like it. Not one bit. I don't like this either. Can we make this go like so? Yes. Brilliant. And then we'll be able to take this, make that go like that, and then this go like so. Perfect. And then this, we can fix this as well. Hopefully. There we go. Perfect. Mostly perfect. We go one there, and then we'll get it eventually. Maybe we just put an upside down stair there. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's fine. Peachy. Perfect. Lovely. No one will notice. Actually, put a piece of birch there instead. Hey, Jones. What's up? Come on. Hey. Hey, good boy. The Jones has arrived. He's looking so cute and adorable. The cutest cat. All right. Now that we have this, we have Mr. Pole. Perfect. Now we're sorted. Now, what we need to do is we can either go like so and sneak that there and then up and over. Perfect. This gives us a problem. These are in the wrong places. Just by... We'll deal with that. There we go. Perfect. And we'll be putting a block behind here so that we won't see it. Or we can use a full block. Both are absolutely optional. And what we can do is, by doing this, this gives us a wall that spiders won't climb. And it is defensive against the zombies. And the spiders. Everything that we need to defend against. As long as we remove everything like this, we should be good. Like, I'm kind of excited seeing if there is an end to Legends, or whether it's more practically just this is the general idea and it plays through. Like, I really hope it isn't just fractal, generic, and fractally generated, what's it called? Because that just sounds really depressing. Like, congratulations! We have fractally generated missions. They go on forever. That sounds too much like real life. Thanks. Okay, let's not join up. What is happening here? Nope. No? This does not work. So I'm kind of like, okay. I am really like, no okay right now. This is supposed to all join up. I don't want to send it all the way back the other way. Okay. We go there, and then we remove this. And we just give up and let this do its own thing. There we go. And then, there we go. Perfect. We will... You know what? We're going to swap this one out for one of these. It won't be a problem, and we're going to swap this one out. That's for sanity's sake. Perfect. Possibly this one. Now, no one will know. It will be fine. Boom, 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 boom. Perfect. Everything's great. Next bit. There are so many next bits. I don't know why I even bother going next bit anymore. Oh. Squeeze. Make a hole and then squeeze. Okay. Doop, doop, doop. Perfect. And then this, I think what we're going to do is we're going to give it the same treatment. But as you can see here, we've got a bit of a gap, which is no good. So what we're going to do is we're going to just knock this out. And we're going to regret the fact that we have gone and turned most of our stuff into cobble. But lucky for us, we actually have cobble. Put some of that there, and then some of that there. Perfect. And that just finishes everything up. So now we have an inside and an outside. And we'll be able to just have everything merged together and fit together nicely. And one of the things that we can do is go ahead and first we'll put everything back in its box. Because what we're going to do is we're going to mark out some pillars for the inside. Perfect. And by just having a couple of pillars, it helps with the general support look of the place. But I don't think we're going to put more endstone on these. These can stay dry. I don't think dry is the word. They can stay undesigned. There we go. They are undesigned pillars. And what we can do is we can fill in here and along here in this bit with basically a mixture of raw endstone, because this is a rougher building, and glass, just to give it more of a matched in feeling without it actually making it look posh. So then we can where do we have it? It's in here. What do we have? We have light grey or grey. We'll go with grey. Light grey? Light grey. That's the right colour. That's looking like so, right? Yes, that's the colour we want. And do we have that in panes? Yellow, blue, glass. No, we don't. Well, if we turn these into panes. Why won't you let me turn you into panes? Oh, that's going to be a pain to see. Oh no, I did it. I did the panes thing. Oh, how embarrassing. How puniful. How painful to make pain jokes. I'll stop. I promise. So what we're doing is, in general, we're going to have a window about here. And then a window here. Oh, not here. Here's a good window spot. And then maybe a window. Oh, that is a bad spot for a window. We'll have a double window here. And then I think that'll be it. Windows? Oh, we could do another one here. Yeah. Okay. Because the general idea for this is that these windows are going to be smaller than in the library because you don't actually need that much light in here. And these can just be double higher windows, like so. And they can just let a bit of light in. Yep. And this building isn't here to be fancy, it's just here to exist. That being said, it is probably the fanciest building on the block just by its existence. But then again, who doesn't like building fancy farmhouses? Boop, boop, boop. Well, you know, we can run out of endstone and it's fine. It's totally fine. It's not as if we've got more endstone. I don't know who doesn't collect the multitudes of endstone and never use it ever again. I don't know who doesn't do that. Bubble. Here we go. One, two, and along. There we go, perfect. So that'll be the interior and exterior, because I personally don't like dealing with the outside being different than my buildings. It's so much hassle. Although, as you can see, the outsides don't look that great, which is deliberate. Like, it is supposed to be your Joe average, meh-worthy building. And the only reason this building is this big is because it's supposed to be a farmer's market, and when we add a whole bunch of greenery to it, it should start to look a lot better. Perfect. Although we could... I would love to make this angle disappear. That would be so much better. Unfortunately, with the way this is designed, it probably will not. And what we can do, however, is remove this. And that will also make it look better. If we go like that, then we also remove this using the right tool and swap it out. One of these. slap that there. Perfect. No one will ever know. Okay, so that leaves us with the indoors. And I'm thinking what we'll do is we'll use a whole bunch of birch doors. Just like matter them along here. So it's like concertina doors. I think that's how it's said, concertina. And what that means is that it makes it mob-proof, but it also makes it decorative. And Spider, may I have a word with you about taking your eyes? They are required in potions of harming. We need many of them. We also need many brown mushrooms, but we don't have many of those right now, so future things. And we need a bunch of these. Perfect. What is that? That is a pumpkin. Never mind. So what we're able to do here is actually go ahead and we'll start off by actually adding basically a step to all of this so that it gives the indoor-outdoor flow a lot more leverage. And when we start getting villages in here, we'll actually be able to add a sectioned off area back here where we can put a couple of villages back here so it looks like they're shopkeepers. Because, personally speaking, I think we only need a couple of farmer villages. And I think that's enough. Also, can we hang lanterns from the bottom of walls? This is what we need to know. These are the important things in the world. Because I'm sure it will save the world someday. Doo-doo. Okay. Those back. Don't need that. We need doors. We need all the doors. Let's just grab that. Oh, actually, let's grab the birch palisade as well. Because what this does, this is basically birch wall. It's nice and skinny, and you can basically build, it's on a half block. These are basically half slabs. I didn't think I'd like them, but I kind of do. And then the other thing, like we might use these. These are grapevine stems. They're kind of useful. I'm not so sure about these. I'm sure we'll find a use. You can do stuff with them. Where did I see that other... There we go. Is there any more... When you get light grey glass in your inventory, it's a recipe for being wary about it. Okay. Do we have any doors? We do not? Okay. Perfect. Boom. Time to make some concertina doors. Okay, so what we're doing is we're going ahead and we're just plopping these down. So when we enter, we can basically enter from anywhere, but zombies can't, so it's good times. Oh, okay. Maybe we should just do over here. So that over here is solid and so is over here. And that gives a direct entry and flow through. And that'll probably be our best bet on what to do. So if we go ahead and knock those out. that gives us our door entries of basically everywhere. And we're smart about this. Can we? Oh, for sure you can put doors on top of doors. No, it's trapdoors you can put on top of doors. Okay, if we grab some trapdoors and put them on top of them, then that gives us double high trapdoors. No, that gives us just a little bit of extra height on the doors so that you don't feel so swamped in height. Because what I'm thinking is if we go ahead and we put some palisade, we are not going to be putting palisade. Look, that is, neither of those sides are of good shape or anything. That is, no. New plan. You do. Okay, so. Doors back, we grab some more birch, and then we make ourselves some trapdoors. Bubble. Perfect. Like, you can already see how this building sticks out between... Really? This is on the wrong side of everything. Okay. Come around to the right side. Do it. But you can see how this building sticks out for how it uses a lot more endstone, raw endstone, and it also visibly uses spruce. So it sticks out. And by the time the fruit and veg are in, it'll be able to have that assumption of economic standing made about it, which it'll be up to the viewer as to how that assumption of economic standing is made. Just like this potions factory has so many cracked bricks and is a darker colour, or the sandstone building is made out of a material that isn't from here. It's things like that that I think are really important to how a cohesive world is made. That being said, cohesive worlds aren't the be-all end-all of things. Like, a world where... Wait, what did we bounce over there? Oh, we bounced over the half slab. A world where you fill it with a whole bunch of just pretty builds is just as important, I think, as having a world that's full of lore and stories and things like that. Oh, oh. Here we go, perfect. Because when you have a world that's full of builds that you build, and they're just randomly dotted about the place, it's like, yeah, I built that. Not only that, but this is one I built in 2015. This is one I built in 2020. And I can see the skill increase I've gotten between the two times. And I can look back with pride. And there's not too many people that can say that. And I think that's something that's really precious. Or if it's not that amount of time, then a shorter or longer amount of time, whatever amount of time it is. because the ability to look and see how much you've improved is really, really cool. Okay, so we have our entrance. And if we grab some... Actually... Oh, hey, buddy! What you got for me? Cherry planks? You know, I really like the look of your donkeys. Can I have those? Please, give me your donkeys. Sir. Wait, what happened to your other donkey? Thanks, mister. I really appreciate your donkeys. Yoink! We can go and hang these up somewhere. Wait, where is the lead to the other donkey? Here, donkey. Thank you. Okay, come here, and we will put you where you need to go, along with the other donkeys. We probably should stop collecting these soon, because otherwise we're going to run out of room on the hitching post. There we go. Perfect. Boop. Lovely. Okay, so I figure if we go up here, I said if we go up, we're going on a trip. Oh yeah, that is actually looking pretty good. I think we might need some indents over the window. Other than that, I think it's pretty good. Okay, we made it. And if we go ahead and we put something like this, then that'll be good. As our entry doors. And then in here, if we do a mixture of slabs like so, and then fences, I think that'll suit this. Because if you do things like this, then you're able to actually basically hit an open air without it being open air look. We could probably even just leave it like this. I'm just worried about archers. Skeletons being like, hi, I'm gonna shoot you, and I'm gonna put an arrow through your eye. And that would be just like, ooh, oh no. That's like a villager right there. And the villagers would not be very happy indeed. So, and especially with them being in minecarts, it's not ideal at all. And this being half a block means that we don't have baby zombies, which is exactly what we need. It is exactly ideal and what we need all the time. So, I figure if we go ahead and we put some of this down over here, and then we knock out this block here, fill that up. There we go. Perfect. That means that everything just flows on through. Makes it look like it's sorted and solid and everything in between. And then all we need is a bench. Let's make it a bit longer before we do that, I think. Maybe to here. There we go. Perfect. So we got our lovely villager bench for everyone to talk to us to. Now what we need is fences. We need fences. We need all the fences. Oh, wait. Where'd the palisade go? Palisade? It's a funny word with funny letters and funny spelling. Palisade. I'm going to give up and just guess. Okay, so we can actually go ahead and go like so. Boom, 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 boom. Perfect. And we can actually bring that all the way up. And that should look even better. We go and we do something like this. And we add a stripe of fences. Here we go. That's a lot of stripe. So that will add a whole lot of light into the room. And it will be a villager's protection safety net. Okay. So now all we need to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Forward. Boom, boom. Perfect. Now we'll be able to go ahead and put a bunch of fences in. And then, of course, the last step is a roof. And for the roof, I'm thinking that we'll go for more of a... like, on one hand, I'd love to do more blackstone, but I'm thinking that we've got enough blackstone in the area. So, this one's a hard one. Because on one hand, we have enough blackstone in the area. On the other hand, that is literally almost all in stone. That is mostly in stone, that building. Like, geez Louise. Okay, we have some of this. And then we need to put this back. And then we take some of this. And then we need... There we go. Perfect. Let's get a whole bunch of these. Give us these. Perfect. That should be enough. Achoo! Now we should be able to fill this all in and have no problems, and it will be good. This should provide full cover for any villagers indoors and out, and still look good. Fingers crossed. It's either that or it's going to be suddenly turned into the village jail. Okay, okay. I think we just made the village jail. That is not ideal. Not ideal in the least. Okay. We're going to just rip that all out and hope that we never speak of this again. Yep. Oh, bottom. There we go. We are never speaking of this. Ever. Fine, it's dandy and nothing works. Okay. Yes. Perfect. New plan. We get in some windows. If we get in some windows, then instead, I think that'll work. And then I think that'll be better. And if we stick with the grey stained glass and then add the palisade on top, must be palisade. then I think that will be the right kind of coloration. Simple. Here we go. Perfect. And then glass. We still have the grey, so life is good. And then I'm thinking if we go ahead and we just go and 1, 2, 3, put this down, and then, oh, actually, if we go ahead and remove this, and then continue the palisade to the floor, palisade the right way, we'll fix the hole in a little bit. Perfect. We'll deal with the fact that there's another hole in a little moment. But now we can totally leave that hole there. We can go ahead and do this. And I think that should be good. Oh my goodness. We could even just do this. And that should be absolutely adequate. Let's see how this looks. I rather like that step down look. I'm there for that. Okay. And then if we go ahead and we add some bracing in the form of this. Perfect, perfect. Okay, we're on something here. That went the wrong way. That also went the wrong way. If we remove that, we jump over this. And then come back here. Okay, perfect. And bingo. All we need to do is remove that one block. But we don't have the materials, so it's going to have to stay like that for a little minute. And I'm thinking if we go ahead and we have, let's just make sure that we don't have any, we do. Oh, we could go with tile slabs on the ceiling. Let's go with tile slabs on the ceiling. Okay. If we just pop up there and then pop over. Perfect. These are the wrong blocks. Okay. Then all we need to do is fill these in. And I swear we'll be putting a roof on right after this. I just feel like this needs a sealer. Like, we could leave it blank, but having a ceiling seems like the right idea. And we are... Oh, this one needs to be empty. Because what's going to happen is these are going to end up shooting right into... Got a word. It has a word. And I've also put this on the wrong layer. This is supposed to be on this layer. Yep. Okay. New plan. We remove all of that and then we put it all back. What's going to happen is for lighting, it's either going to be hanging off the walls or it's going to be hanging off an extra block coming off the ceiling. And this is designed to give off a kind of kitschy eco-grocery vibe. So that you can actually go, oh yeah, this is so cute, and buy your stuff here. If you've ever been to one of those places, that's the kind of vibe. And now we can get our stuff direct from the box. That box. Because that's what the green line means. We're basically collecting direct from the box. Even better, it's not even a green line, it's a gold line. What it is, it's a gold line. Speaking of which, a gold farm is also definitely in order. Perfect. There we go. Okay. Next thing we are going to need to do is we are going to need to put on a main roof. And this isn't exactly a standard shape. So I'm thinking that we put in a main beam of roof through here. Or possibly we do one roof through here. And yeah, oh, why do I do this to myself? Okay. Actually, why don't we follow the dome idea? So we're going to base it off the dome. And we are going to go ahead and put a circle in the middle and build up from the circle. And then we are going to go ahead and have the circle be very flat. And then or not exactly a circle, more like a blob. So these organic shapes, they're going to all sort of connect together and be connected as for a matter of being. So if we go ahead and we take the polished deep slate and we need to empty our inventory, so why don't we grab the horse backpack and we go everything in. Apart from that and that. Anything we missed that we need to keep? Nope. Okay. We are going to regret doing that later, but it does not matter. Okay, we need that and we need that. And we will just go and make a whole bunch of this. And a whole bunch of this. Perfect. We also want to put these away. So, with this being the wiggle wiggle shape that it is, we need more of those. And we need a whole bunch more of these. Only really that much. So, good thing is that we actually have a whole bunch of scaffolding, so life is good. No one can complain about lack of scaffolding when there isn't lack of scaffolding. Doopy-doopy-doo. Yep. Bingo. Okay, so what I'm thinking is if we go out to about here, and then we go and we trace around the outside in a sort of wiggle wiggle pattern. Before we do that, actually, let's just grab some torches. And we temporarily light up the inside just in case a creeper decides it's a great idea to spawn inside. as creepers are wont to do. Ooh, perfect. Because if a creeper spawns inside and blows this up, I will not be happy. The creeper will not be happy. Nobody will be happy. But will the creeper be pleased with itself? Oh yes, because that's what creepers are supposed to do. And yep. Okay. So if we go around, and then out here, and more around, then, and what this does is it gives us basically an action plan on how we're actually going around this place, and the width of the basic, what's it called? The roof. There we go. The word exists and it shall be used. Perfect. We appreciate being able to take our bed on the go. Oop. And so by doing this, it means that basically life is so much easier. So much easier. Until you run out of stuff. And it's just not so much easier. Let's steal some more of this though. Oh, there we go. Perfect. And then, by having all of this just go ahead and line up and do its thing, we should be able to just have... But why? I don't like the wet. I'm not fond of the wet. Can you just go and bug someone else the wet? Oh well. This is why we carry a brolly. I'm sure brollies are made for less suspicious and paranoid people, but oh my goodness. I think I have perfected the art of the brolly. Because, oh my goodness. Oh. Here we go. Perfect. And so this is basically giving us the general outline of what we're going to be... Ooh, that goes there. And then this is actually going to be coming out one to help with this. And you can see how this has actually started to connect with this building, which is what we want. We are wanting this whole interconnectiveness with our buildings. Yep. Because once we have that whole interconnectiveness, it's part of what will help these buildings actually come alive. Rather than having just random buildings sitting all together and looking awkward. Speaking of which, we really need to get onto the path. Maybe we should make that another stream. Just sitting and doing paths. We need there. And then coming through here. Here we go. Perfect. And by basically having paths and things and other things just filling up the space and interconnecting things and like little pens of animals and stuff like that, I think will really help this place come alive. As what I hope will be a trading hall. And, well, not a trading hall, a trading hub of a peoples, and make it feel like it's actually lived in, where you actually have movement and change and not just a build, like it's a living, breathing thing. And eventually, hopefully, once we've got this area all done, we can start on a harbour. And once that's done, we'll be moving on to up there and getting a farming or more of a rural area done. And then we'll start on another place. And I'm really hoping that you guys will come along for the ride. Because I want each of the cities and places that we do, like whether it's a dragon in the sky or an airship or anything like that, to actually have its own place in the world and make it feel like it actually belongs. Because to me, I don't think that anywhere should exist unless it feels like it exists in the world. Like, oh, congratulations, you have a dragon. That's cool. And that is absolutely kudos to you for building a cool organic structure. Because there is a trick to building organic structures. But I think building organic structures is, well, I think building a structure, no matter how you build it, it deserves its own place to live. Here we go. Perfect. Okay. Now we can go up. And what we're going to do, just as a safety precaution... Hey, Blakey, what's up? Are you coming to say hi? Good boy. Hi, good boy. Yeah, hi. It's not a safe spot. Not a safe spot. Stay out of there. Come on, torches, thank you. And by having places in the world where there are elements of story and mystery, I think makes, for me, a world so much better and more interesting. Good boy, Lucky. Good boy, yeah. Good boy. Yeah. That's a good spot. Because then you're able to tell stories and imply so much about a world. Like, congratulations. You've called this place the Last Sword of Amalan. Well, what is the Last Sword of Amalan? Is it a battle? Is it an actual sword? What is this? Is it a title? Why is it the last? I think we got to do something with the Last Sword of Amalan. Watch this space. The Last Sword of Amalan is coming soon. Actually, that sounds like a bad movie. Who knows? Upsy daisies. Okay, I'm kind of here for just having everything tile, but on the other hand, if we go ahead and we pop out every so often a tile and replace it, we're going to have a much better spread of texture and it won't be so repetitive. And I kind of think when you have things that are less designed to... What's the word? The word has disappeared. When you have things that are less designed to just look good and more designed to help tell a world and what's happening and all of these, it's more worth it to the people watching as well. So take, for instance, this place. You can tell that it's a dry place from the roofs. You can tell that they have a lot of stone. And not only that, there is actually the suggestion that it's actually a prosperous place because of the amount of stone. Because normally when a place has a lot of stone, it's either because they have a lot of quarries and stone is the only thing that... Oh, stone is really, really abundant, or it is a very prosperous place and they are able to trade for it. And if it's the only real thing that a place has involved, the only... if it's the main quarry type thing, then normally it's one or two types of stone. And when you look here, there's actually 3 to 4 types of materials that are heavily prominent in the builds. No quarry. Which, like, I know most people won't pick up on it. And hopefully in the future we'll be able to get bunches of trade caravans and things going on and make it look more alive that way as well. Because stuff like that, I think, is really cool to do. Oh. Also, we'll have our first time building a ship. I have avoided building ships my entire Minecraft life. It'll be fun. Oh no, wait, I lie. I've built like itty bitty trapdoor boat ships. Which I'm not sure they really count. But hey. Why do I keep putting those ones back? There we go. Awesome. That is the wrong block. Like, they sort of count, right? Having little itty bitty ships. Like, they kind of count. Surely they kind of count. Right? I will assume that they sort of kind of count. If they don't, I don't know what counts. Okay. This means that we are finally in the next stage. And this time, if we make sure that we actually go and put the colours in as we go, we will end up with a flat, no-holds-barred roof. Which should be good. Now, the main thing is that we're probably going to need to continue this roof all the way along so that we don't end up with any problems long term, which could be a problem. But we can actually go ahead and extend this and have no problems. Probably. And in fact, it might actually look rather cool. let's just double check this. Put that on there. I did not think this through. There we go. Okay, we're good. Because if we do this, then everything will sort of flow together. Perfect. There we go. Life is good. Can we fill that? We cannot. Okay, there we go. We can fill it. I think if we leave this as just plain tile, it should be fine. Ah, but we really do need to actually mark out the border of where we're doing things. Which does mean that these do need to actually be sort of like checker spots in places. Which is a bit awkward, but we can live with it. Pop. And then maybe one of these. And then one of these. Yeah. Then thinking one of those there. Sort of giving us a general idea. That should be most of the place, right? Here we go. Perfect. And I'm thinking, the brain is ticking. Oh, we have nowhere to stand now. We have nowhere to pearl. Okay, we go here and then we squidge over and perfect. Okay, we sorted it. Bop, 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 bop. Under there, under there, doing a thing, jumping around. Like sometimes I wonder, like the pros and cons of just falling off buildings and really regretting it later on. Like, is it worth it to actually go ahead and do a big fancy build? Or is it more worth it to go ahead and just do a more low down build where you're like, yeah, here's some houses or here's some things. Like, on one hand, if you do a more low down build, then people are able to actually see a build done every time. Whereas if you do a, what's it called? A bigger build, people are less likely to be able to see the build being done every time and they're only able to catch part of it. And the bigger build, more magnificent at the end of it, but the final project, like the final product of a mega build is much more fantastical usually. But you might end up with like hollow halls or things like that, and it's just like, is it worth it? And a little build, or just multiple little builds together, it's like, well, does it actually capture everyone's attention? Is it like, is this worth it? So, I don't know. I'm not sure whether it's like, congratulations, welcome to YouTube. We have gift cards. We are expecting you to put out like 2 mega builds a year and stream them all, or whether it's like, yeah, this is just a style. We expect you to pick one of them. We rather hope you'll pick the one that creates eye-catching thumbnails. Because it's like, well, I'm sure some people like YouTube is strange. YouTube is very strange. Okay, we have that, and then this will be going up. Because I'm not looking for this roof to be particularly in any particular order of shaping. As long as it's got at least one lump to it, not two. So if we go, that did not need to be there, it needed to be on the bottom floor of the roof. We go like that. Because if you go ahead and you then go and look at a lot of the older creators, they grew up, or their channels, they grew doing a completely different style of YouTube, and it's like, well, I can see this. Bless you, Lucky. That was a heck of a sneeze. And like, I do wonder how their building styles have been influenced by what they had to build. Or even like the people who watch YouTubers, I suppose, would be the way to describe it. Like, how their build styles have been influenced by just the cyclical nature of the entire thing. Like, because I know when you learn from an artist's model, your work becomes influenced by the artist's model, right? And in turn, if you go on, one would assume that if the artist model receives feedback and is like, okay, my work's been, they like this work, I will produce more of this work, they will then produce similar stuff. So it's like, okay, we have this cyclical nature of producing stuff. And we need still more blackstone. Let's go like this and turn more of this into these. And let's be on the safe side and do more. So, and, like old school portrait artists, like back in like the 17 and 1800s, that's a general idea on how they ended up with commissions. They'd be like, yes, I have this style of portrait. And people would be like, I want you specifically for this style of portrait. In fact, heck, it's not even something that is just back then. That's how portrait artists and digital artists and people online with commissions have their thing now. If people fluctuate in their art style, it can be a bit hard on them. They can be like, oh no, I have my art style last week, but I don't draw comics this week, I draw realism. My manga skills, they have left me. And it can be real hard. Real hard. There we go. And if we go there, And that gives you a bit more. And we don't need to put torches here because this is a bottom slab. So nothing is going to spawn on there anyway. And then we just go ahead and put some more there. So it's rather interesting how things do actually come around and come around again. Like that. There we go. Perfect. Now, so you can end up with people going into the creative industry going, yes, I want to be able to do X, Y, and Z. And they find that they're ending up doing A, B, and C. And because that's what they initially were doing. But their goals didn't become what they were known for. Oh. Perfect. Or they might have initially been training and then found that, well, actually, oh, the dream job, it turns out that the dream job I had not realized I had collected so many donkeys. The dream job I like, oh, that actually does not have the style or it's not the job I was expecting. Although granted, in the creative industries, the job you're expecting is barely ever the job you're expecting. Oh. So, there is that. And, like, if someone manages to make a living freelance, like, hats off to them. They know how to hustle. And manage their time. And workflow. And so many other things. Like, that is a multitasking extraordinaire right there. Especially if they manage to actually make, like manage it well enough to actually have free time. Ooh! I can't think of anything more amazing than that. Being able to hustle and have free time? Jeez Louise. Oop, oop. Here we go. Perfect. Okay, now that we've got that, let's just add a little bit extra to this so that we've got a bit more of a ring going on. Just in some places. And we don't need to worry about the torches or anything else. Okay, cool. Now we can keep going. Like, I kind of think that having the ability to go ahead and actually have a little bit of freedom with job choice and things. That in an ideal world, that would be really amazing. Granted, the amount of children that would decide to be astronauts would be through the roof. Although apparently those statistics are changing. Apparently social media influencer is actually becoming the really popular choice among children now these days. Which is mind-boggling to me, because who didn't want to be a fireman when they were a child? Like, what? I mean, superheroes where it's at? Or comic artist, right? Right? I mean, the surprising of hearing that social media influencer is an actual child's dream now is like, what? This feels slightly dystopian and weird. But then again, being an actor was, I think, one of the more popular ones 20 years ago, so it kind of makes sense. And I guess it's just the shifting of the times. Yep. More of that. And then we go like so. And some more of this. And we could actually, if we wanted, just flatten this all off. But I think that's a bit too flat. Choo choo choo. Choo choo. Choo 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 choo. Perfect. Oh my goodness, I thought that Curlis Dirt was a villager that had somehow escaped. Like, oh my goodness. Perfect. Bum, 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 bum. So by doing it and just adding stuff here and there, it makes it so that by adding the texture, it makes it so that the eye is able, it catches the eye's interest for longer. And it makes it more interesting. And also, like, do we have any? We have no more. Like, in here, it's better to generally have just one or two colors or textures, because your eye's generally not going to be looking at it. However, when you have, like, something where it's outside, it's in the air, and you're actually going to be what we need. You're actually going to catch your eye on it, like this. Then it's usually better to have at least a little bit of decoration in it, I think. And also, we have elytra, so we'll be flying over this, which is another reason why to actually have the detail. Doop, doop, doop. We need some more of this. Perfect. Did we? No, we could. For a minute there, I thought. I'm working on basically the farmers market. So we have an indoor-outdoor area here where we can have lots of produce on display. And then in here, we can have our villages nice and safe and secure and unmolested by zombies. as well as having more greenery on display. If we can get out of the door. The doors seem to be giving me troubles. But I rather like the fact that we can just have all the doors. All of the doors. All of the doors exist. So, yes. That's what we're doing. And we're just putting the final touches on the roof, which is a sort of semi-organic type shape because this place don't need no, what's it called? Building code? It don't need no building code. There we go. And basically, my jersey's falling off. And basically, I think once we fill this in, we should be done with the roof. We slap that there. And then it's decorating time, which means we get to pull out all of the plants. And we have learned our lesson from last time, and we are not planting any more mushrooms because we have a mushroom invasion. Look at all of these mushrooms. There's more of them every time I look. They're everywhere. I'm kind of worried that they'll get upstairs and then there'll be mushrooms. But there's not, so we're kind of safe. Oh. You'd think so. Want some of that, and where have I put my vegetables? Oh wait, I know where I put my vegetables. In here. Shade, there's like all the lights in here. Like these are growing right underneath a light a thing. I'm not sure it works like that. I think these mushrooms are just scuffed. Yes. Yeah, I'm not arguing with that. Yeah. My mycelium had spread too far. We're out of options. Okay, so we need to get another one of these and pop that in there. So that's all smooth now. And I'm thinking that we knock off this one here so that we've got just an easier flow in. Yeah, that's better. And then, so our first order of business is to go ahead and fill in just a whole bunch of greenery in here. No, our first order of business is to light this place up. Because otherwise, we are definitely going to end up very, very zombified. And that's not ideal, especially with the mushrooms around. We'll be reenacting The Last of Us. And that's just not ideal. Not ideal in the least. Wait, can you make crates of carrots? I know you can do... No? What is it? Grape? These things. Bag. B-A-G? Okay, so we've got bag full of apples, oat bag, bag with white grapes, cherries, apples, red grapes. Wait, what's an oat bag? How do you get... What? Okay, let's make a whole bunch of oats. Because I think those will look good. And we have all the string. Like, I don't know about you, but this is all the string. Wait, I don't have a mulcher to actually mulch it. That is a later problem. We can at least see what one of these looks like. Because I think these will actually look good. So let's make some oats and then an oat back. That looks farmy. That kind of sounds adorable. And we can plant some grapes and then harvest the grapes a few times. And if we grab a... in here. Where'd those grape stems? There we go. Perfect. It is these. Yes. We'll put one of these, maybe two, in the outside area. We forgot the lights. We did all that and forgot the lights. Back past the Herobrine chicken. Like, I'm kind of thinking that we should go and put a name tag on that chicken and call it Herobrine, because that chicken is spooky. We need... Yes, this is the one. Like, every time it stares at you, it stares deep into your soul. Look at this chicken. It just stares at you. Yeah. But maybe if we name this one Hero and this one Brian, then that'll solve the problem. Okay, so I'm thinking if we use just standard lights, and I'm also really curious. Oh, it does work. That's great. Yay. Okay, so in here, we're wanting a lot of lights because in here is basically the showroom of all the stuff. So we have lots of lights in here. Now we don't need these. And if we check how the lights are going, this is good. This is good. This is happy. We like this. Okay. And if we just pop over here and we grab some grapes. Let's go. Need some light and coarse dirt or podzol nearby to grow. No, let's just go with normal grape seeds. Actually, we can grow both. We have two of these. It'll work. Boop. So if we go and grow some of these. Why no grow? Really? Wait, do I need to? I don't understand this at all. Well, you have a stick? How realistic of it! It's Minecraft. We live in a world made of cubes. We have lanterns which stick to walls. We have villages that pop out of nowhere, and it wants sunlight. How lovely of it! I am sure that it could figure something out. Just plant a few of these. We just have some nice things. Really? That's okay. But here isn't? I have no... Oof. I have so many things to say about this. Yeah, have a stick. Okay, we have some of those. We no longer need any of those. We now... Actually, if we take some of this and some of this, let's make a... Oh, actually, new plan. Let's grab some mushroom blocks. Because I'm pretty sure I don't have enough apples in existence to make a bag of apples. Yeah, not on your Nelly. But what I do have is a whole bunch of spruce trapdoors. We can fake it till we make it. And what we can do is we can go ahead and we can come in here. And we can pop down one of these. And we can go, oh, 1 and 2. And what do you know? It's a red thing in a barrel. Perfect. And we can have another red thing in a barrel. Everyone needs red things in barrels. I want a red thing in a barrel. That's not supposed to be there. And another red thing in a barrel. Oh, yeah. That's a good idea. I suspect I'm going to get in trouble with having so many doors there eventually. I can just foresee myself opening doors and leaving them open. And then sometime in the future, there are going to be zombies walking in and going, om nom 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 nom. And then there not being any villagers left. Yeah, I can see this becoming a problem. Oh well, that is future Feeling's problem. Okay, redstone block. And then some trapdoors. 1, 2. Perfect. Recreate stone. Yeah, I know the one that you're talking about. That's crimsite. I do not have any here, but we can get some. And then some pumpkins. It would probably actually do really well. And some melon. Just melons. Melons everywhere. That is exactly what we need. Close that door and close that door because we are smart people that remember about doors when doors are required. Right? I'm going to be so paranoid about those doors. Okay, got some melons and some pumpkins and some other things. And if we go like this, and then we regret the fact that we do not have any more, so we're going to just use some pumpkins. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. That is a sensible idea. Okay. So I'm thinking that we'll need something in here. Oh, wait, if we just go ahead and collect some of these grapes, then I think we'll have enough in no time to get the barrel. Oh, yeah. Aren't these like snowberries? Do they only produce when they're like... Okay, Yeah, I think this is enough. And then we have the oat bag. And if we combine that, then we should be good. Be-do. Not like for realsies. Okay, new plan. If we head back to original base, then we'll be able to pick up some what are they called? Yep. We'll be able to pick up some other foodstuffs that I'm pretty sure exist. They might exist. Boom. Home. Teleport. Perfect. Aha. It's even better. Here's one we prepared earlier. So we got one of those. We have a composter. Oh, we can use some cherry logs. That makes life easier. Then, what else? We can hang a weeping vine. Okay, what else we got? In this weird collection of things. As long as we leave some stuff behind so that we can actually take it with us. Some pots? Nice to know. I haven't been here for ages. There's so many stuff. Oh, hay bales. Actually, I think I've got hay bales in my inventory, now that I think about it. Yep, we have hay bales. We have so many hay bales. Anywho. Like, there could be an argument made for Skulk, but I really don't want Skulk near any of these builds. No. Skulk does not belong in this area of builds. So I think we'll leave that. And I think that's everything from this area. I didn't see any apples. Yeah, do not. No. Oh. Glowberries, though. We have a winner. Okay. Just a couple of more spots to check. We have so much skulk. Like, there is no getting rid of the skulk. We could try the glazed terracotta. Just an option. And once we go up here and along. Oh, more of those. How much we got? 6. Crimsite. Perfect. We're set. No apples. Oh no, wait. Apples are in here. We good. We have apples. Doobie 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 doo. Oh. Okay. Let's do this. Boop a doop doop. So if we craft up a bunch of apple bags, I'm thinking just like 2 or 3. No, just enough to actually get the point across. We could take some of those mushrooms and stick them in the flower pots. Also, the apple bag should be like this. Yes, okay. Well, Apple bag. Oh my goodness, that texture is amazing. We need that texture in our lives. How do you break this thing? You break it with a hoe? Okay. And is there anything else we need to craft? No, we're set. Dooby dooby doo. Okay. I really hope this works. Okay, so if we go ahead and we put some of those over here. We got the red. We got some glowing going on. Perfect. Then we come in with some barrels. Things too big for their britches. And then we grab some hay and then we get rid of this because we don't need it. And bada bing, bada boom. We remove this because it is also not required. Perfect. And then we have a welcome home present for a villager. Every villager's best dream, a compost bin. What's that do? Okay. One of those and one of those. That is not where I want to put that. Oh, actually, I kind of like it there. No one will ever know. Go like that, and then perfect. I hereby call it complete. Ready for our buddy to move in. Speaking of which, he should be all aged up. And ready for us to steal some rails and stick them in. Do-do-do-do. It's one of the things, like, I think is important with actually putting villagers in villager breeders and dealing with villager breeders and stuff. Is actually having them look nice and like, if you're using a villager trading hall and stuff like that, they're actually going to be a big part of your world. So having a hall that's just a 1x2 hole in a wall, it's a look. And you can dress up a 1x2 hole in the wall. But at the end of the day, it's a 1x2 hole in the wall. And it's the most efficient way, sure. But it's still a 1x2 hole in the wall. And I don't know, there's just something about, if you're willing to have all of these other beautiful things in the world, and then you go ahead and you do a 1x2 hole in the wall for, yeah, it doesn't spark joy. That being said, like, I can understand if you put so much time and effort into all sorts of other things, and then you get to your villages and you're like, I have run out of time and brain power and everything else, and I have lost my torches. Oh boy. So it's kind of like, well, let's use this torch. I can kind of get that. Are they in here? They are in here. Brilliant. So, and especially when you're new to villager breeding and village trading and stuff, and you see all these other 1x2 hole in the wall builds, and it's just like, well, I guess this is the way you do it. And it's just like, well, no one else does anything different. And if they do it different, they're having their villages run everywhere and free. And there doesn't seem to be a middle ground. Perfect. So it's just like, well, can there be a difference? Can you not just go to the library for librarians? Can you not just do things like that? You know, have things flow naturally and be fun and have them exist? I mean, I'm happy if people decide to call me out and say that I'm wrong. I will respectfully disagree with them, but still. Perfect. Hello and welcome to your new home. I'm sure you will enjoy it. But, I mean, I'm sure a villager sitting around like this looks so much happier in a villager somewhere else. Actually, what do you give me? You give me oh. We need carrots for him. We have so many carrots, they're coming out of our ears. Oh wait, no, we want to trade potatoes. Potatoes. We have so many taters. And we need to put this back. Take that away. This back. Here we go. I bring you taters. You need to swap your job, please. Mister. Could you think about changing your job just for a moment and maybe trade taters? That is sweet. And you only traded half of your job away? You kept the beetroot. Why did you bother keeping the beetroot? This guy is a smartass. Okay, please try again in your trading endeavors. Did I actually put a window here? We need to fix the fact that there is no window here. Aha! Potato trader. Sorted. I like this fellow. And he's a smartass. Okay. Now all we need to do is knock out all of his rails and organize for one other villager just to slide in over somewhere around here. Once we get the villagers slid into place, then we're able to just trade with them, have them sorted out, and once they're actually inside, they will never have to worry about unruly extraterrestrials again. Those are the wrong words. Oh. Okay, so what we need is the iron. There was iron smelted earlier today that we need for the extra minecarts. Now, the reason why I use minecarts is because it makes it much easier to actually have the villages transported and manageable and things like that. And it does add extra entities and stuff like that, but it does make life easier for me. So, and because it means that for me, I don't have to worry about lag on the computer side of things. Oh yeah, these are starting to turn out. While I don't have to worry about lag on the computer side of things, I sometimes do have to consider how many redstone devices are within a single area. And is any of that screwing me over? So generally, within the area of a villager breeder and the villager town halls and things, there probably won't be that many what are the words? Other contraptions that are not lag friendly, because generally I prefer to keep things friendlier to the computer. Otherwise things may go a little bit pear-shaped. And that's not always good. And we don't need that. What we do need, however, is a composter. We have an extra composter? I'm sure we have an extra composter somewhere. Apparently we've used it. To the pants maker. And preferably we want one that makes wheat. Because we have no beetroot seeds. On one hand, the idea of having someone that trades away beetroot, ideal. On the other hand, ew, beetroot. Who wants beetroot? Let's just nudge you this way. No, nudge, 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 all the way nudge. Thank you, good sir. There you go. Yeah, what you got? Carrots? Okay. You know what? We'll take the carrots. As soon as we find carrots. Earlier? And with this should be our last villager in place for our lovely farmers market. Because I don't think we'll need more than this in the area. Just these two. And before this all started, we only had 2 villagers doing their thing and trading and stuff. So I think we should be able to get all of our trading done on 2 farmer villages. Otherwise, we can have some Fletchers and other villagers get it added into the mix. So I think I will say goodbye for now. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you again next time. Bye!